Hi there again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. I haven't done an urban legend story in the longest time, so I thought I would do one because these are some of the stories that I plan to do on my channel. Urban legend, true stories, that type of thing. I really like reading about these types of things, so I'm just gonna jump right into the video. So today we're going to be talking about the Grey Lady of Longleat House. Now, Longleat House is a stately home to the Marquis of Bath. Very posh indeed, very posh. Longleat House is near Warminster in the UK, and it is set in 1,000 acres of a beautiful parkland. I mean, this house just look amazing on pictures. I will insert a picture here. So Longleat House is just a fine example of Elizabethan architecture. It's just the most gorgeous stately home. I have never visited it, but all the reviews and everything say that it's just amazing. So it was the site of the medieval Augustine Priory, I think that's right, until Henry VIII fell out with the Catholic Church. Now we all know why Henry VIII fell out with the Catholic Church, because he wanted a divorce. So during the Reformation, or Reformation, however you want to say that, Longleat Estate was purchased by John Tyne in 1541 for the handsome sum of £53. £53. Unfortunately, the house was destroyed by a fire in 1567. 53 quid wasted. So the second house does remain. It is the one that was rebuilt, and it took 12 years to rebuild from 1567, but today does remain largely unchanged from when it was finished and completed in 1580. So the Tyne dynasty have occupied, lived in, owned Longleat House for the past 470 years, so that's quite a bit of history in that house right there. But back to the story of Lady Louisa. So the Grey Lady is said to be the ghost of Lady Louisa. Lady Louisa was the second wife of the Viscount or Viscount Weymouth, and his name was Thomas Tyne. Now, Lady Louisa married Thomas in 1733, and as part of the marriage agreement, Lady Louisa was allowed to bring to Weymouth House some of her own staff, some of her own servants. Obviously, Lady Louisa was just 19 when she married Thomas as well, but obviously, you know, these things were arranged back in the 1700s. So part of these wedding arrangements were Louisa could bring along some of her own serving staff. Now, among said staff was a footman, and it is said that this footman really liked Louisa a little bit too much for someone of his status, because, you know, Lady Louisa is Viscount's wife and he's a footman. Not that that should matter, but it obviously did. So this footman, it's said that he absolutely adored Louisa, and his loyalty kind of went beyond what a footman's should really do. It's said that the footman and Louisa, they were good friends, they were pals, supposedly, and rumours started flying. You know, were these rumours true? Because, simply put, you know, maybe he did have a lot of respect for Louisa, and that's part of the reason that he came with her to Longleat House. However, it was kind of strange that Lady Louisa would have a relationship with a footman. Any kind of friendship, really. I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen, but it was kind of strange, and that's probably a lot of where this gossip came from. I am just speculating here. You know, I don't know what's true and what's not. This is legend after all. Now, the Viscount, whatever you want to call him, said to have been a very jealous man, and he did not like the rumours that were flying around. No. I mean, what husband would, in all honesty, what husband would like that there was rumours flying around about his wife basically having a very, very inappropriate affair with a footman? Especially when you're a Viscount in the 1700s, you know, you think you're their biz, don't you? So Thomas, being the jealous man that he is, and it said that he had quite a quick temper as well. Again, I don't know how true this is, but again, how annoyed would you be if there was rumours flying around about your wife? Especially your new wife, you know? She's fetched this guy along because, you know, I think I'd be annoyed. So I don't know how long these rumours went on for. I mean, people are just such gossips, aren't they, really? Speculation is a terrible, terrible thing. But Thomas did confront the footman. He was like, enough is enough. I'm having this out with this guy. However, Thomas did choose the most ridiculous place to confront this footman. Now, I can't find anything about this footman. It's just he was a footman. No name or anything like that. Just obviously Lady Louise and Viscount Thomas or Lord Thomas or Viscount Weymouth. They have so many titles, but nothing on the footman, absolutely nothing, which is a shame. So, you know, we don't know whether he actually existed or not. Poor footman, can you imagine if he did exist and there's just no record of him? That's a bit tight. Anyway, Thomas did confront the footman in the most weirdest place ever. At the top of some stairs, as you do. Oh, I know, I'm going to confront this guy that's supposedly, you know, having a bit of a fling with my missus, and I'm going to do it at the top of some stairs. Now, in a stately home, I can only imagine what these stairs are like. Good plan, good plan. So, Thomas basically accused the footman at the top of these stairs of his indiscretions with his wife. The footman denied it. He was like, nope, it's not happening. I just really like Lady Louise, or she's my friend, or whatever was said. Thomas was not happy with this. He was absolutely enraged. So in Thomas's enraged state, obviously a bit of fisticuffs was gonna happen, and Thomas pushed the footman down the stairs. Yep, he did it. So it is said. These are just legends. It's said that he pushed this footman down the stairs, and absolutely terrified that there was going to be a scandal, or if he was going to be accused of murder, because he's essentially murdered this footman, and no matter your title, you are going to have to pay for a crime. So, you know, this is the way the world works. You've got to pay for your crime. So he hid the body. He quickly had the body buried in the cellar of Longleat House. So Lady Louise is like, where's my footman? Where's he gone? He would never do one. And Thomas told her he'd just left with no word, which Lady Louisa did not believe for 1 minute. No, she was like, absolutely not, never gonna happen. He wouldn't do that. Now, for somebody who, these were just rumours that she was having this inappropriate relationship with her footman, she was very upset about it. I mean, I'd be upset if someone my friend had just disappeared and done one on me, but yeah, she seemed a little bit too upset by it. So it's said that the footman did fall on a passageway outside the library on the first floor beside a spiral staircase. Now, has anyone walked down a spiral staircase? I mean, just like one that's just going up to the second floor of a house is like a bloody nightmare. So if anyone's falling down one in a stately home, it's not It's not going to end well, is it? It's really not going to end well. Especially in the metal as well, most of them. Ow. Did Lady Louisa believe her husband's story of her footman just doing a moonlight flip? Nah. No, she didn't. She did not believe him one little bit. Now, it's a bit sad that she didn't believe her husband, because, you know, there should be some trust there, really, shouldn't there? There obviously wasn't any trust in the relationship between Thomas and Louisa. But this is the way these things go sometimes, isn't it? Now, Lady Louisa, not believing her husband, and knew that he'd heard the rumours of her affair with her footman. I won't call it her footman. Her footman. Just didn't believe her husband. She thought that he'd done something to her footman, and basically disposed of his body somewhere in Longleat House. She wasn't far wrong, really, was she? I'm not entirely sure she thought he'd been murdered or fell down the stairs, but she definitely thought that he was locked up somewhere, and started searching for him. Basically, she would search all of the time, all through Longleat House. Now, this is a huge stately home, so, you know, a search is not going to be a 5-minute job. So she searched every nook and cranny in Longleat, looking for the footman. She demanded that doors that were locked be opened. She searched absolutely high and low for this footman, and never found him. So she didn't just search in the day, she searched at night as well, looking for her footman. You know, she was desperate to find him. Again, if it was only a friendship, or if this was rumours, why would you search so much for somebody? I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't search for your friends and whatnot, but you know, she's literally searching high and low for this guy, all in Longleat House, all over the place. She's pregnant as well with Thomas's child. So not long after giving birth, it was on one of these nightly searches that Lady Louisa caught a bit of a chill. Now, you say a bit of a chill, it sounds like nothing, but in the 1700s, a bit of a chill was fatal. You know, you weren't coming back from that, were you? It wasn't the medicine that there is today. It wasn't going to look good, was it, really? So, yeah, Louisa became extremely ill after these searches, after these nightly searches, daily searches, searching high and low. She did become ill. She caught this chill and became ill. I didn't mean to rhyme. That's so sad. And don't forget, she's also pregnant as well. So she's pregnant, she's poorly, and she's walking around this stately home looking for her footman. So it is during childbirth that, unfortunately, Lady Louisa passed away. She died. She died from complications in childbirth, and obviously being ill as well. This was fetched on by her weakened state, and childbirth's not easy at any time, let alone in the 1700s. You know, you imagine doing it with no pain and relief. God. There was no water births. So yeah, poor Lady Louisa, she developed pneumonia and died through complications in childbirth. Now, the story doesn't end there. No, it does not. So, unfortunately, Lady Louisa was only 22 when she died, and she'd been married to Thomas for just 3 years. 3 years. As I've said, the story doesn't end there. No, because this is the ghost of the Grey Lady. So, shortly after Lady Louisa's tragic death, there were claims that Lady Louisa had been seen prowling passageways at Longleat House. You know, is this true? Are they just rumours? Who knows? So, these sightings are actually on what is now known as the Grey Lady's Walk, which is where the incident happened. The incidents happened between the Foot Count and Thomas, Viscount Thomas. Now, as the story goes, after his wife's death, Thomas left Longleat House because he was absolutely terrified of seeing his wife's ghost. Yeah. So for me, why would Thomas move if he thought he had done nothing wrong? You know, he obviously felt some guilt about what had happened, not only to the footman but to his wife, the mother of his children, because of his actions and his quick temper. I mean, why didn't he just ask Lady Louise what was happening? She could have cleared it up, I'm sure. So yes, he moved to Horningham, because he lived in absolute mortal fear of running into his wife, or his wife's ghost. Now, is this story true? Although there is no evidence of the footman, Lady Louisa and Thomas were real people. Lady Louisa's portrait actually still is in the dining room at Longleat House, but there is no evidence of the footman that I can find anywhere. Again, records back in the 1700s for people that weren't from money or had money probably weren't the best. So even though there is no evidence of the footman, Lady Louisa and Thomas were real people. However, there is some evidence that in 1903, when a central heating system was installed in Longleat House, the basement floor had to be lowered, so there was a bit of digging involved, obviously, and male remains were found that supposedly had fragments of a footman's uniform on them. So when I say human remains, I mean skeleton. Do you think this story is true? Have you visited Longleat House? Apparently it's absolutely amazing. Like I said, Lady Louisa's portrait is still in the dining room, and Lady Louisa and Thomas were very real people. One of Lady Louisa's friends, Mrs. Delaney, wrote, and I quote, "I know some who have had higher virtues than she, but none with fewer faults." So she was very well thought of and she was very well respected. So were the rumours true based on what her friend said there? Who knows? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you have visited Longleat House, Manchester accent coming through there, or if you think this is true. If you're interested in the products that I've used today to create this purple look, I will list those down below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and all of that jazz, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye!